Well, hello, hello, baby. This is your lovely Misty Stone, and you are listening to the podcast by Mata.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Hope you guys are doing well, having had a great weekend. It is Tuesday, the 21st, and we've got another fabulous show for you lined up today. My guest is a fiery redhead. She is one of the best in the business. She is the complete ultimate ginger. Please welcome to the show, Miss Lauren Phillips. How we doing? How you doing?
I'm good, just trying to stay busy.
Yeah.
You're kind of stuck inside.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Can you let the listeners know how you got into the adult industry?
Well, I actually started out as a cam model. I think it's been at least 5 years now since I've been doing hardcore porn, which is porn like with professional companies.
Right.
But I've been in the adult industry now with camming. It'll be probably about 7 years now. And basically, I got into it by I was in New Jersey and I needed a career change. And one of my friends was like, "You would be great as a porn star." And I was like, "Oh, I like never like thought of it. Like I didn't think of myself as like a fantasy."
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up I needed to know, I did some research, of course, online, but I needed to know if I could have sex uh, in front of people because that's like the main thing is you're having sex in front of people.
Right.
So I went to a club called the Role Play Lounge in Atlantic City, which is a swingers club. And I was like, well, I'll find out when I go there. And that's what I did. I ended up having sex with three three couples that night, and I was like, oh, I could totally do this. And then I just basically right on the new year, I remember because my folks helped me pack up my car. They packed up my car and I moved to Florida.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow.
So
Okay. All right. Now, today is being the 21st. You have a new scene release today.
I have a lot of new things coming up usually. I it's so hard to keep track when things pop up. So um scenes are popping up all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. This one is the girls' way scene. It's a members exclusive.
hmm
Missing her daughter, I believe is what it's called. And can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Can you refresh my memory of who I am working with in there?
Yeah, let's see here. It is.
Remember, I have sex for a living, so I fuck a lot of people.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And I think the last time I worked with Girls Way was probably it was before the lockdown, so it's been probably about a month.
Yeah, yeah. I believe it was right before um, the lockdown happened. You see here, it's I'm gonna butcher this name. Serving Sire.
Oh, yes. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
It actually is just coming out, right? Because I just saw it on my social media
Yeah, it's
that it
being
was coming
yeah,
out.
it's being released. As a matter of fact, it's released today.
Yeah. That's like, oh my gosh, she was so amazing to work with. I actually remember this day completely. This was our first time me and her like working together with her. It was just me and her because we actually did an orgy together.
Uh huh.
We did I think it was called 70s orgy or something like that while back ago, and so we were really excited. And she is really into girls, and I always love working with people that are attracted to girls or attracted to the opposite sex when you're working with it because I am bisexual in my personal life as well. So
Okay.
it's
Okay.
I like girls and I like guys, and I like a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
So it was it's funny with this scene, when we were done this scene, uh, it was so like, I don't know, the connection between me and her was so strong
Mm-hmm.
that when we were done, it was like we both were like, wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's like one of those things where it's like, okay, we're done with the scene now. If you're not doing anything later tonight, let's continue this type thing.
Yeah, it was definitely, and I remember too because we were the director and the camera guy was uh David Lord was there, and so was Mike Quasar, who was running the camera,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't want to stop and go at like when they just saw us super connected. They rather have this connected, passionate like sex, so that then have like, oh, we need this angle and stuff like
Right.
that. Like they kind of worked with us. The whole scene, we like, I don't think we ever really stopped besides a little bit of the dialogue.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, like you said, when you connect like that, it's like, why stop it? Because you don't want to lose it, so you just let it continue to happen. The directors, they know what they're doing. They just move their camera around to where they need to be, and then they edit it later, and then you guys are just continuing enjoying each other.
Yeah, it was amazing. She was really great to work with, and we just have a really good connection together. So it was it was really fun. I would love to work with her again. I actually saw her at AVN, and I'm hoping maybe like after this lockdown,
Right.
hopefully I can shoot content with her because she's a very easygoing, chill person.
All right.
So I love when people are like that. Like I can just enjoy my job, enjoy her, and we can enjoy each other.
Right. Right. Good to hear. Good to hear. Now, you also did a strip club etiquette for oyster.com. It's a main
For what? I
for
didn't hear that.
oyster.com. You did a
Oh
strip.
yeah.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So basically, the article was about dancer etiquette
Right.
and what my opinion. And now I think I kind of stated this when I wrote like when they asked me for my any comments on it. I was
Right.
like, this is like I personally think out of being a feature dancer and stuff like that, and the etiquette of going to a strip club and kind of what to expect and how to kind of be respectful at the same time.
Right.
Because I think some people go into like a strip club and they don't um, understand that this is still someone's job. So when I go to a strip club, and that's if I'm working, if I'm not, anything like that. Like
Right.
even when I'm feature dancing, I put like a budget for myself of uh, even though I am there to work, I'm still there to promote people to still tip the dancers, and I'm kind of there to kind of like to dance and to do private dances, but I'm not trying to take away from the house girls either. Like that's
Right.
not how I am at all. So
Right.
the article is just about how you like what to expect and how to be respectful to the dancers. And I think one of my thing is if you're going to a strip club, like be put yourself in that mindset. You're there to spend money. It's like when a girl goes to like a mall.
Right. Right.
We're there to shop.
Exactly.
We're there to get something. Where when you go to a strip club, you're there to like tip the girls and tip the girls you want to tip. I think I also mentioned that, and I do this everywhere I go. I don't touch, even if it's like her butt or her feet or her hands or anything like that. I do not touch a girl unless I ask.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. Always ask permission for that for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I think sometimes people like they get so excited because I love the strip club atmosphere. I love watching girls. I think they're so beautiful, and it's a really good way to get turned on.
Oh yeah.
And they're still doing a show like when I went to Nashville to dance, a
Mm-hmm.
girl had she did a whole and she was a house girl. She did a hula hoop show. It was like really entertaining, and they a lot of them are just trying to it's a job and they're trying to make money, and to show that respect that even though they're shaking their ass at you, that hey, can I touch your butt? I usually say, hey, I'm a butt girl, can you shake your butt to me?
Right.
And the girls are usually really nice and they'll shake their butt and I'll be like, hey, may I touch? And I'm not going to touch their pussy or anything like that. I'm just touching their butts, and I
Right.
still think it's a good way to show respect.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you definitely want to ask before you can touch, because some girls, they may just tell you straight up no. You just don't assume that.
Exactly.
You're there. You're at the strip club. You're there to watch them dance. You get a lap dance. You're there to let them do their little lap dance. It doesn't mean just because you're tipping them this that it's a free for all. You can just touch them wherever you want. No, make sure you ask, guys, before you touch anything. And just make sure you get their permission before you touch.
Yeah, it's a thing. I started doing private dances when I started dancing, and you'd be surprised, uh, when, especially when a guy, I shouldn't say guys. I don't want to genderize.
Right.
When someone gets alcohol in their system, they kind of forget the etiquette sometimes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been
So
there.
I think that was, I think that was another question they asked is it good for a person to buy a dancer a drink or something like that? And I'm not a huge drinker. I usually have maybe one drink just to kind of cool my nerves, but
Right.
I'm it doesn't always, it never hurts to ask if a person wants it.
Yeah.
But every person is different. Every
Right.
dancer is going to be different too.
Yeah, because what I've done when I'm in a strip club, I've done it myself. It's like, can I buy, I don't know, her fictitious name? Can I buy Ice's, a drink? And they'll go and ask her. I said, and if she doesn't drink, if it's $10 for the beer, I said, if she doesn't drink, tell her to keep the $10 as a tip. And
Yeah, I personally think that's a good way to do it.
That way it's like if you want to buy them something, so if they don't want to drink or they don't drink, then obviously let them keep the $10 for themselves as a tip, because that's what you're doing anyway when you're buying them a drink, is tipping them for their service, for the work that they're doing there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, can you tell me what has been probably your most intense scene so far to date?
So far today, I think the most, it's hard because I like to push myself sometimes, especially when I work with kink.
Mm-hmm.
They know that as well.
Right.
They've worked with me so much. I kind of like pushing myself. I think the most intense so far was I did 10-guy gangbang on legal porno, and it was cut into two parts. And basically, I went and I chose the guys I want to work with,
Mm-hmm.
and then they split. It was 5 on one, and then 5 on the first part, and 5 on the other. And it was also a pissing scene.
Okay.
So I think that was probably the most intense. It was basically an almost 8-hour, I want 8 to 9 hour day.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I was really exhausted by the time I got done with that scene, because it's an anal. I'm doing double anal as well when I'm doing it, and you're drinking and being pissed on, and I think I had one guy pissed in my butt, and I had to push it out, and I swallowed it, and it's just a lot of stop and go as well, because when they do the pissing scenes, we have to take a 15-minute break to people so that the guys can rehydrate. So it took, by the time I was done that one, my ass was actually pretty sore, just from stopping and going and keeping a butt plug in to keep my butt open and stuff like that. Yeah, that was pretty intense. I was definitely tired after that one.
Okay, that definitely sounds like it for sure. Okay, this next question, I like asking it. I love hearing all the different types of answers. Say I'm starting a brand new company, and I've got the power to give you the scene you want with any adult performer from the past.
From the past, okay.
From the past, who would you choose and why?
How much in the past are you talking about?
As far as back as you want to go. That's
and they don't have to be shooting now, right?
No, not at all.
Anybody? Oh man, there's several people that I would love to work with that are not working anymore. Okay. I always wanted to work with Christy Mack. She was a really good one that I would love to work. I would love to have worked with her. I know Danny Daniels. She's a good friend of mine. I would love to work done a scene with her. She's not working anymore. Who else? Oh, I wanted to work with Lisa Ann.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she's shooting anymore either. I think she kind of popped in and popped right back out.
Yeah. She came back for a little bit, and I haven't heard anything after that. So okay.
Yeah. And then I used to watch this. I'm actually gonna look it up, see if I can find the guy's name. I used to watch this this porno called "Talk Dirty to Me." It was like the 80s. And the guy that was in it. It was so hot. I would totally wish I could have worked with him. I wish I knew her. I'm looking up his name.
No, that's okay. That's what I think of. I'm trying to think who else.
I want to say it's John Leslie. Is that his name?
John Leslie?
Yeah.
John Leslie.
I think that's who it is.
Yeah, John Leslie. Yeah. Yeah, he's been in they've done a few what do you call those, like when they do the HBO and they talk about the adult industry. They did a full feature thing on him. I think he's still living in Vegas.
Actually, he's dead.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he passed away.
He died but he was 2010.
But when they were doing that scene though, he was still living in Vegas. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the directors I worked with, I don't think my scene came out with them yet, actually knew him, and I was telling him that Talk Dirty to Me and then Talk Dirty to Me 2 was like my top favorite movies to watch, to masturbate to, just because I think it's so hot for a guy to talk dirty.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, God, my favorite movie back then was with Vanessa Del Rio and Herschel Savage, The Filthy Rich. The Filthy Rich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, if I was in the industry and I got asked that question, my answer has always been Vanessa Del Rio.
Yeah, but it's like a porn. Like I just looked it up, and it's like in the 80s. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. John Leslie's back then. Who else doing? Herschel Savage.
Yeah, he was. And John Leslie was like hot back then too, man. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's in that documentary. He was still in pretty good shape and everything, and he was living in Vegas, and I want to say he was working like at a golf course or something like that. I'll have to look up that documentary what it was, but it talks about his entire career and everything, and what he's doing now, or what he was doing now back then. So. When if the fans want to follow you on social media, where can they find you at?
You can. My social media is all the same except for my Snapchat. Unfortunately, it's Lauren Fills Up, LaurenFillsup. And my Snapchat is Miss Fills Up. MSFILLSUP. But you can always check out my stuff on laurenphillips.com or my premium Snapchat, which is thefirebush.com.
Okay. All right. Now, also, if they want to, you can do, they can follow you on Twitch. You do shows on Twitch as well?
I do. It's my, you can go laurenphillips.tv and it should take you straight to the link of my Twitch.
Okay. All right. Now, there's one thing I seen it this morning. There was you did an interview with French guy, Andrea something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah. the way he held himself together. I mean, you were basically doing everything to try to get him off character, and just the interview and everything. There was a motorboat there, and then you grabbed his junk, and he stayed nice and calm and in character, and I was just sitting there just rolling. Oh, that was just hilarious.
Yeah, I try to. Everything is in everyone's comfort level, but like when
Right.
people come up to me and they want me to do stuff like be outrageous as you want, I'm
Right.
like, hey man, that means like there's no limits. I go to this end. Like
Right. Yeah. He did.
I'm in an industry where my freedom is like, I do porn. I
Right.
love it.
Yeah. It's like the motorboat thing is okay. And he's okay. He's okay. And then you sit there and you grabbed his junk, and just the reaction, his face. It was just that was hilarious.
Hey, the raw stuff is the great stuff.
Oh yeah, exactly. And like I said, when he basically said anything goes. He asked for it. So, oh my goodness. Okay. Now I want to get this in real quick. I know you've got to go here in a second. You have a Starlet Stroker on.
Thank you.
Yeah, the I am 1am
It is
Dolls USA.
1amusa.com. Or you can Pleasure Strokers, I think it's called,
Yeah.
.com as well. And basically what it is it's a stroker, of course.
Right.
And it is of my pussy, and it also vibrates. So there's 7 to 8 vibrations. And the best part is it also has a audio recording, and you can press the button, and as you stroke yourself, you can hear me like moan and stuff like that. So, and I actually recorded it, so I made sure that it was like on key, on key of how I usually am when I'm in my scene, so you can kind of like feel like you're with me.
There you go. All right.
And it's awesome because you don't need like batteries. It's like comes with a charger.
Right.
You can just like charge it right next to your phone.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Definitely, guys. Hey, you want to go to 1am Doll USA and check that out, and definitely pick that up because.
Exactly.
And then like I said, you got Lauren right there with her voice and everything right there with you, and you can imagine all you want because you've got the voice and you've got her there. You can't ask for anything else.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, I know you got to go, so I'm gonna hurry this up. I know. I want to thank you for coming on. I do appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and you're welcome. You're welcome back anytime. And a big shout out, of course, to Erica Icon for helping me make this happen. So love you, Erica.
Yeah, Erica's awesome.
Okay. All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank you guys for listening. Make sure you go check out Lauren and all her stuff. Twitter and everything else, and follow her on all her social media as well. And don't forget about that 1am Doll USA stroker thing. And we'll talk to you soon.